Hey, my people, it is I, your favorite crazy lady, and we're going to have this piece of chocolate cake in honor of my dad's birthday. And ironically, it's the one food he absolutely hated. It's not what you think. Stick around. So this is my dad, Jerry Lee. Every year for my father's birthday, for as long as I can remember, we had chocolate cake. And my dad always gloated over it. Always talked about how delicious it was, and that my mom was such a good cook, which she was. My mom actually owned restaurants where she was the chef in all of them. So growing up, every year, my mom and I would make these big elaborate chocolate cakes for my dad. Every year trying to outdo the last cake. One year I was, I think about 12. My mom was sick, so I made the chocolate cake. I made a huge death by chocolate cake with hand-carved tricolor chocolate butterflies on it, and my dad raved about it. So I was talking about how wonderful it was, and it was glorious, and he couldn't believe that I would go through that much trouble for him. And as always, my response was I would do anything for my father. I absolutely loved and adored that man. I miss him every day. And then one year, I must have been 17, 18 years old, maybe a little older. We had a huge party for my dad's birthday. I mean, huge. There was like 60 people there. We had people from work, people from church, everywhere. I mean, people loved my dad. So it was no big surprise that we had so many people show up. And my mom made like 10 chocolate cakes, all identical, because she wanted everybody to have the same cake that my dad was having. We sat at the table. We sang my dad happy birthday. And then told my dad to make a wish and blow out the candle. And somebody did the obligatory, "What did you wish for?" And my dad smiled and giggled and goes, "My wish was simple, never to see another chocolate cake again." My mom was devastated. So my mom, horrified, was like, "What are you talking about? Every year for your birthday, you have chocolate cake. It's a tradition." And he looked at my mother and he goes, "Have you ever asked me what kind of cake I want?" And my mom goes, "No, it's chocolate, your favorite." My dad giggled and goes, "When do you know me to eat chocolate cake?" And she goes, "Well, you eat it every year for your birthday because it's your favorite." He goes, "When else do you see me eat chocolate cake?" And by the way, this is a Walmart slice cake. It's delicious. My mom went, "Well, you know what? I don't know." He goes, "Well, when do you see me eat chocolate?" And my mom sat there and goes, "I don't know." And he looked at her and goes, "That's because I hate it." My mom was devastated. She goes, "What do you mean you hate it? Every year for like 50 years, you have had a chocolate cake." And my dad goes, "And every year I choke it down and tell you it's delightful because I love you." Why didn't you say something sooner? If you despise chocolate cake so much, why didn't you say something? And he goes, "When was the first time you fed me chocolate cake?" My mom was like, I don't know. She goes, it was probably back when we were dating. He goes, exactly. We were dating. And you made me a chocolate cake for dessert. And I told you it was delightful because we were dating. Was not going to tell you that, oh, I'm sorry, I really don't like chocolate cake. Because we were dating. My mom started laughing and she goes, but how did it start with you? She goes, I know you told me you liked chocolate cake. He goes, no, I told you that your chocolate cake was good. And then for his birthday, a few months later, she made him another chocolate cake, which he ate with delight and told her it was delicious. And thus was born the tradition of my father having a chocolate cake every year on his birthday. My mom started laughing hysterically. She goes, why didn't you just tell me that you don't like chocolate cake? He goes, because I love you and I didn't want to disappoint you. So every year, for about 50 years, my dad ate a chocolate cake without fail. And the later in years we got, the more elaborate and the more chocolate these cakes got. I remember making my dad chocolate fudge cakes with like a brownie fudge crumble in the middle with chocolate ganache and homemade chocolate sauce. I am a retired professional chef. So it became like a novelty to see how elaborate of a chocolate cake we could get. And my dad would just always talk about how delightful they were and eat them with no problem. My dad finally looked at my mom and goes, if you're going to insist on making me chocolate cake, can it at least be German chocolate cake? I tried to get a German chocolate cake slice and they didn't have it. So chocolate it is. Every year after that, we would make a variety of desserts for my dad's birthday. But the one thing that was always there was chocolate cake. And he always ate it. Even though there was a plethora of other desserts for him to have, he still ate that damn chocolate cake. My mom and dad loved each other tremendously. They have a love story that a lot of people just never get to have. The way they met is hilarious. It is truly something that most people would have been so embarrassed they would have never talked to the other person again. And it's what brought my parents together. I miss them both every single day. My life is empty and incomplete without them. My dad loved his family over anything. And he would do anything for any of us. He was a kind, caring man that taught me about the sense of community and the importance of taking care of others. He bestowed in me the values that I have and has made me the person that I am. And I love you, Dad. And I miss you every single day.